What's going on, you guys? It's KP here, bringing you a game of Team Deathmatch on Afghan. Now, today, on top of going over, the strategy you need to use to do well on Afghan and Team Deathmatch, I'd also like to take the time to explain a lesson that you need to learn, and that is learning from your mistakes. Wow, that came out really awkward. But anyway, learning from your mistakes in Team Deathmatch is very, very important. If you keep, dying over and over again by going to the same spot, don't go to the same spot. I was playing a game of Search and Destroy earlier today, and my friends were playing. We were all playing, and one of my friends was using a sniper rifle on high rise, getting spawn snipes, and we all know how irritating that can be to the other team. And every time he would die, and I would be back in the lobby, he would go, "You hard scoping faggot. Why don't you quit? Why don't you quit doing that and hard scope?" And I was like, "Well, why don't you just stop going to the window every time?" Like, people get so frustrated and so bent out on revenge killing that they lose sight of the game. And that's just a lesson I want to go over. Now, in this game, I don't start off the best, but I quickly learn my lesson, and it leads to some very, very high kill streaks. Put it that way. No, not a nuke. I mean, you know me, I can't get a nuke. There's no way. If I ever get a nuke, it's going up. I don't care how boring it is to watch. You guys are going to have to suffer through it. If I get a nuke while I'm recording, it's going up. Let's see, Afghan. Okay, my normal strategy for most any map is to try to make circles around the outside edges of the map, and that's kind of what I try to do here. But usually on Afghan, what happens is I wind up making I guess you would call it parentheses around the map. I guess they're parentheses. It's the things that it's like a C, and it holds in words. I guess it's a parentheses. I don't know. But you can't really make a full circle because of this spot right here. This spot right here is where I die a lot. Now, you're going to notice me, I'm going to keep going back to this same side because I notice that they're all camping over here, trying to, hold up in the rocks, and they're basically just camping. So whenever you see something like this, you need to learn from it. You need to adapt to it. You need to counter it. The way you counter people holding up in these rocks, very simple. If there's a guy on the rock up here like I'm looking straight at, when you're down here, you have the advantage on him. And it's very weird because most of the time when you're, highly elevated, you have the advantage. But in that case, the person on the ground actually has the advantage as long as they can stay, relatively low. And I am a little hard-headed at times, and sometimes I don't follow my own advice, but this time I do learn very quickly that there's some guy attack inserting up there on that rock. And I say, you know what? I'm just going to get my kill streaks off this one guy. And that's pretty much what happens. So, learning from your mistakes is a very, very integral part in doing well in Team Deathmatch, in any game type for that matter. Search and destroy, domination, I mean, anything. Not going to count ground war, though, because ground war is just a bunch of noob tubes. Let's see. Keep getting flashed here. I'm pretty sure I die one more time. See, he just keeps going right back up to that rock. Now I'm out of grenades. I was going to try to chuck a Simtex at him. See, he's not learning from his mistake. He keeps going right back to that rock, and I keep killing him. His fault. I like this little situation right here coming up. Get my predator. Oh, and another tip that a lot of people, I mean, sometimes you see people when they get their predators, they just automatically lay down, throw them down. Get to cover and throw them down. If you die, that's the end of your kill streak. Make sure that you get your predator off safely and work your way towards, either your precision or your Harrier or what have you. Right here, I get my Harrier, drop down because I know there's no enemies around me. Well, I'm pretty sure there aren't anyway, because my team is spawning around me. That's another thing. Keep your eyes on your mini-map. If you notice your team is spawning around you, that means the enemies are not around you. Because, like I said in the earlier videos, the spawns are relative, to where your team is. If they're not going to spawn right next to your team, they're going to spawn away from your team to give them a chance to not get spawn trapped. That's the that's the good thing about team deathmatch, in my opinion. It keeps everything a little random, keeps you on your toes. So now I'm working around to this side because I know this is where they're going to be spawning at, because I've been paying attention to my mini-map. Come around here, notice a sniper. Now I'm trying to be very careful right here because I need 4 more kills, or I think maybe 2 at this point. I need 2 more kills to get my chopper gunner. And I mean, really, I don't want to blow it, because this is actually turning out to be a very good game for me, team deathmatch wise anyway. Come back here, probably should have died right there. I think my teammate saved me. If you notice, the score is like completely lopsided, so we definitely had the better team. It's like 64 to 20. Dang. Get my chopper gunner, and this is basically over, guys. I mean, get a chopper gunner on Afghan, you're gonna get a ton of kills. Okay, some tips for the chopper gunner, I guess I could go over. I think it was Woody's Gamertag who said this when he was dissecting Sandy Ravage's gameplay. Always try to pick off the stragglers and then trap them in their spawn. Trap them in their spawn, you're going to get a ton of kills. That's what I did right there. I got the guys on the outside, and then I concentrated on the guys shooting the stingers at me. And you're going to ask, how did I see them? Look at the trail of smoke. But that's basically all of this one, guys. And that hide and seek video should be up by the time I get this posted, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And I'll have about 2 or 3 more videos coming to you probably this week. So tune in and peace out.